Unbox the universe.
Welcome back. I'm Indy RPM.
And I'm the Carrier Hunter.
And this is Unbox the Universe, where we unbox trading cards, fandom, all sorts of things. Tonight, Curious says he has something special for us. What are you saying?
That's right. So, in honor of Goku Day, we've got our first ever Dragon Ball Z unboxing. And maybe that's not entirely accurate. We did a Dragon Ball Z One Piece crossover, cross epic box or whatever. Yep. But this is our first true Dragon Ball Z opening.
How familiar would you say that you are with Dragon Ball Z?
None.
When I said Saiyan and you didn't pick up on it, I knew that was a thing. So a Saiyan is their breed. Like, that's his character, Super Saiyan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Well, so Indy's going to have to do the heavy lifting on this one, but we got a box. And this is a pretty neat box. Don't know who the maker is, but they claim to be 5 yuan in value, and I believe it has 20 packs in here. So we'll open up 5.
We're going to discover together.
Or maybe we'll do. Should I do 4 and then 1 for shorts, or should I just do
1 for shorts?
All right. Sure. So we'll do 4 and 1 for shorts, if I can even get it open.
Is there a second seal there on that one side?
Vacuum. That's good.
Yeah.
Let me bend all those corners. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's a neat little box.
Tight.
Oh,
whoa, goodness.
And
there's a promo card. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Right. So that's Goku in one of his power-up levels.
I don't know. Well, so in theory,
I say you save that for your short.
Or if we're opening one of these up and something
surprise
says,
card,
right, then we'll break into that.
Yep.
A lot of times the card packs do that. These are meant sometimes cards like this, boxes like this are meant for like game stores. They'll sell the pack. It also comes with the prize pack or whatever included. And so like you go to the local store as opposed to having to send it off and get it redeemed or whatever and stuff. All right, let me just smack the microphone a time or two. But yeah, this is sort of what we're dealing with here. Kind of excited. I want to say you had asked like who the developer was, and I want to say Red Dinosaur.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yep.
I mean, it's a picture of Red Dinosaur, and I think from some of the archivist packs that he had sent out, he labeled Red Dinosaur as the company or whatever. So I think if I had to guess, that would be my guess. By the way, the archivist is watching. Hello. We're still enjoying some of your cards, and we missed your channel. So
I was afraid of this.
So
most of the cards aren't labeled with the character name. So we're going to really have to pull here. And I may get some of these incorrect. I'll try my... Oh, yours look a lot different than mine. Still no name I recognize.
But 5 cards per pack is what we have discovered that. Do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
Sure, and I've realized real quick I don't know most of these characters. Right. I have seen them in episodes, but hopefully you guys recognize them when you see them.
Going to be a little bit on the struggle bus, but help us out here in the comments.
Yeah, I do remember seeing a few episodes with this character in it. It seemed omni-powered and all kinds of things. Frieza's sort of looking, but definitely not. Maybe that's Frieza at a higher powered level, perhaps. This one is really cool. LR.
I think that would be considered a hit.
Yep.
So, some of these things have, like, what I'm going to call power and toughness. I don't know. But they got 2 different numbers on them and stuff. Yep. Sometimes it makes me wonder if that's meant for, like, a card game, like the card game, or if they're just putting stats on there of some sort.
I sort of lean towards the stats, but I can be completely wrong because, to be honest, we just don't know what it is.
Right, yeah. That's the thing. And it's a lot of the word are not in English, but that is an SSR. It is also considered a hit of the pack. Yeah. I would say your LR though is more
legendary rare,
versus, more than just the pack hit. But
and that may be Goku there. It's definitely coming from the right planet.
I want to say the hairstyle.
Well, so there's multiple characters that sort of have that same look. Right? Yeah.
Is that the species that has that look then?
A little bit, yeah.
All right, so my first one is an SR, and we've seen that one before. Got another S. Of my 5 cards, I got 3 SRs.
Gohan. Goku's son. Card actually knew who the character was.
Good deal. And then we have 2 SSRs.
That may be... No idea. I thought that was...
Here's my second one. And they've got like a number up here. And so I don't know what these things... this one's got a 4. They've seen 6s, 5s. Very interesting. But in any case, that's my first pack.
Okay. Second pack here for me. I believe this is, and people will get mad at me if I get this wrong. I think that's Boma. Is her name? Could be incorrect there. Apologize. These appear to be a lot more than Dragon Ball Z, Frieza War, whatever that I'm familiar with. I did watch Broly, but I didn't really familiarize myself with all the characters.
Well, and also, to be honest, I did not give Indy any notice that we were going to be doing this before tonight. So,
I believe this may be Broly here. He looks a lot like Gohan or Goku, just a little bigger. Was sort of raised on a planet separate of himself. Sort of tricked into fighting Goku and is really, without any training, able to match a lot of his power and ability just naturally. Very interesting character. In fact, I've thought many times I'd like to go back and watch that again because it was an interesting story, especially his character backstory. Like, it's a very sympathetic narrative to begin with, and you feel like he's been... slightly naive, like he was on a planet with just a father figure that died, grew to immense strength and size, and I could be getting some of this wrong, I apologize, and does become an adversary of Goku, I think temporarily. I think with most of the characters they do eventually end up reconciling. This is an SSR, and I believe that is Goku in one of his transformations beyond Super Saiyan. There's probably 6 or 7 different levels that he's powered up since hitting Super Saiyan. This may be Ultra, I think, is the name of it.
And I remember when we talked about Dragon Ball Z before. You said that you used to watch it when you were younger and stuff. Yep. And what stuck with me is like, some of the characters could take an entire episode just powering up.
Oh, yeah.
So we got to,
it was just a whole episode of that. Actually, probably 4 episodes of that.
Well, okay.
With a payoff at the 12th episode.
Gotcha. Interesting. All right, last pack for me.
That's Goku. As a kid.
There you go.
With his tail.
Perfect.
From the original... So... What I'm familiar with is Dragon Ball Z. If you notice, this just says Dragon Ball. The original series was Dragon Ball. And it's developed into different platforms or whatever. But I believe initially, the Saiyan type characters had these tails. They, instead of turning into like the yellow haired, like, in the box art, they would turn into giant monkeys, like gorilla type characters. Eventually he loses his tail. You have to lose the tail in order to do the other type transformations. Once again, could be getting that wrong. But I believe I'm pretty sound.
I'm just going to say that this particular product, again, it was one that we got from AliExpress. Yeah. They were doing a sale. We were spending our year's budget. And we know that Dragon Ball is popular and it has a following, and we wanted to do something a little bit different. Yeah. And when Indian mentioned that he used to watch it, I was like, well, this would be a good segue to dip our toe into. This is the only box of Dragon Ball that we have. Yeah. And we'll get a couple of episodes out of that and stuff. But, but
I will familiarize myself a little more before our next one. And once again, I could be wrong, but I do believe that is Frieza in transformed state. It's him. Realistically, it starts out as like this really not petite, but like small stature type character with just immense power, and you wouldn't think he'd give Goku a run for. There's Vegeta in Super Saiyan. Originally, he was an adversary of Goku. They call Goku Kakarot, which I think is his actual like birth name. But he also sort of uses it in a derogatory term, like Kakarot.
Huh. And I just wanted to show off, and I mean maybe the backs have you can see the characters a little bit and stuff, but what I really wanted to show off was that this SSR has a lot of nice foiling. It's almost like a cosmic sort of background to it. And so I just wanted to try to show that off. Again, these are 5 yuan in value, so they should be mid to upper mid, level. And then we're going to finish things off with this other LR.
And I'm almost certain that one is actually Goku. I couldn't decipher
the packs.
There's probably something there that describes it. I didn't make it out.
But yeah, so a couple of these out of 4 packs, we had 2 of these LRs, which are pretty cool. We've had a decent mix
couple
of
SSRs.
And
for fans of the show, these characters are all ring true and are fan favorites. Like that's a fan favorite. Certainly that one is as well. I know this character is really popular, and I hated the fact that I didn't know who it is. I didn't recognize this one at all. I'm curious to see who that is. But I also believe, just like we were talking Turtles the other day. There's so many. There's manga. There's multiple TV series. There's movies. And
they could be pulling from
all kinds of sources.
Any number of sources.
Especially because it was branded just Dragon Ball and not,
not a specific.
Yes. I think we've hit
I
across multiple seasons, multiple shows, literally multiple transformations. Didn't appear to have any prize cards in there.
Right. So it'll live on until the next episode. But again, if you're interested, that is what the box looks like. But yeah, pretty cool. And I believe Red Dinosaur is the maker of this.
And do you understand the logic behind what a Dragon Ball is?
No.
So if you notice here on the side, there's so many Dragon Balls.
I didn't know that's what those were.
They are. And so the idea is, like, once you gather them all, I believe you're allowed to make a wish of any kind. And whatever it is, you can see the Dragon Balls there. That's what they actually look like. And once you've made your wish, it is fulfilled, and then they separate again. And the idea would be that you would have to recollect them all in order to do it. That's essentially where the term came from. I think that they focused, and I could, once again, be wrong, a lot in the original TV series on the Dragon Balls. I think it became real quick that Goku was a fan favorite, his boy. I was really hoping to see like a Trunks in there, which is like a son of, I think, Vegeta from the future that comes back. Like, he's a really cool character. Like, but yeah, very interesting. I enjoyed it. It makes me want to watch the show again, especially if you can find an English dubbed one rather than subtitles. Right. They are out there. Yeah,
we were just talking about the other day where, for me, getting into One Piece and watching the live action show, luckily in English, I've learned so much. And I've opened a lot of One Piece cards.
Yeah.
But I learned more in like the first 15 minutes of the show, about the backstory. And yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, very interesting. I'm learning a lot about Dragon Ball from this. And of course, we've got the rest of the box to do sometime. And hopefully, you enjoyed this sort of content. And if it is, of course, give us that thumbs up, like the video. subscribe to Unbox the Universe if you're not already subscribed. It helps the channel to grow. And, of course, ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content we put out there. And I will say, happy Goku Day.
Happy Goku
right?
Day.
And for those who didn't even know, there's a Goku Day. And actually, it's on May 9th. So,
Okay.
yeah, there you go.
Anything else to add?
That's all I got.
All right, I've been in DRPM.
And I'm the Q Hunter.
This has been another excellent episode of Unbox the Universe. Tonight we have unboxed a Red Dragon box of Dragon Ball. We enjoyed the cards. We apologize in advance for not knowing the characters as well as we had hoped, but we did enjoy it.
Yeah, it was good times.
Take care.
Happy collecting.
Unbox the universe.
Let the cosmos roll. Rip that pack, drop that card, lose a little control. From the commons to the legends, every pull's a burst. Turn the whole room up when the stars come first. Unbox the universe. The universe.
I'm proud of